You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, B&B fans. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and it's been a minute since we've seen Douglas Forrester on the CBS soap, but we usually get glimpses of the kids around the holidays, and I bet I know what's at the top of Douglas's holiday wish list, and that's to have both his parents unwrapping gifts with him on Christmas morning. So will it happen? Will Thomas and Hope be together this holiday with the kids? Let's talk about it, but if you haven't already, please click subscribe so you don't miss any updates. So as of now, of course, we do not yet have Bold and the Beautiful Christmas spoilers. We have spoilers running through December 8th, and those cover Eric's big gala, and he's coming off that collapse and all this. But I do know Eric Forrester is alive for Christmas. The Forrester Mansion's all decorated for the season with stockings for Eric, Donna, and at least one other on the mantle in some behind-the-scenes photos I've seen. So that means we should definitely be getting Christmas episodes as usual. It's not going to be a Forrester funeral or anything for the winter holiday. So I do have to say it's pretty fast for Thomas and Hope to move in together. So I doubt that dream of Douglas seeing his parents reunited under one roof is going to come true quite so fast. But even if they're not cohabitating, that doesn't mean Douglas won't get to see his parents together for the holiday, unwrapping gifts on Christmas morning. So right now, Hope definitely seems to be on the cusp of telling Thomas, I love you. She just told Liam that Thomas loves only her and she loves him for that. And then she repeated it for Thomas. Now, I will admit that's not quite I love you, but I do think she's falling for him. I think it's pretty clear. She can't keep her hands off him. And where before, every time they get ready to do the deed, she would say, I don't love you and I may never love you. Is this still okay? Kind of getting ongoing consent from him to fornicate without affection on her part or love on her part. And he kept saying yes, yes. And now she has stopped saying that altogether. She stopped giving those warnings. She's just swooning all the time. And then she just said she loved him for the way he loves her. So, and she's turning to him for emotional support in addition to a good time in the sheets. And Hope just invited Thomas over for a big night of nookie at her little cabin on the Logan estate, which almost gave Brooke an aneurysm. That was 2 episodes that I thoroughly enjoyed. Hope having Brooke bring her some candles down to the cabin, and then seeing Brooke realize the candles were for Thomas and Hope's sexy time was so funny. And then, of course, Brooke tries talking Hope out of it and saying, anybody but Thomas. And then she went to try and clock block. Yes, I said clock because I'm not allowed to say the other word. To stop Thomas from boinking her daughter, right down the yard from Brooke's house. Of course, neither of them could be dissuaded. And of course, Liam was stunned to hear that Hope's thinking of big life changes now that she's with Thomas. That includes loving that he loves her and considering having another baby. And she spelled out for Liam that they are done. She doesn't want to be with Liam ever again. Thomas wants her. She wants Thomas, and she would never have another kid with Liam, but she is open to having another kid. So that implies with Thomas. And she said, definitely not with Liam. She told him that just flat out. I really enjoyed her scathing remarks to her tofu-loving soon-to-be ex-husband. So I expect that Christmas or New Year's Eve might be when Hope finally tells Thomas that she loves him. And that's the best gift she could give him. She doesn't need to wrap up anything for him. All he wants is her love and to know her heart is all wrapped up with his. So what I do expect to see, though, is Thomas perhaps coming over on Christmas morning to the cabin to open presents with Douglas and Hope and probably Beth. I think it'd be pretty funny if they were there having kind of family time and Liam showed up. But then again, Liam will probably be hiding in the shrubbery outside Steffi's house in Malibu, stalking her and trying to figure out how to get rid of Finn on Christmas Day. Liam is definitely going to try and be the Grinch who stole Finn's wife if he gets half a chance. It totally creeped me out. I don't know if it did you guys, but it creeped me out seeing Liam lurking outside Hope's cabin, watching Thomas and Hope make out when they were starting to get frisky. And he said he loves Hope, but I don't think he does. So I can totally see him doing something just like that outside Steffi's house, the woman he says he does love now. So I totally expect we'd see scenes of Liam outside Steffi's place lurking. But what would be really funny is if Sheila was there stalking Finn and Liam was there stalking Steffi and the two stalkers ran into each other. Awkward when you catch each other stalking, right? But back to Hope, Thomas, and Christmas. I think Bold would really be dropping the ball if they did not give Thope fans some Christmas scenes of them together. Maybe with Thomas giving her some jewelry for Christmas, something with a heart, or a dress he designed just for her. I think it'd be sweet if Hope gave him a nice little man bracelet with a charm on it and said she's given him her heart, because he does wear those little man bracelets, which are very nice. I think a lot of fans would swoon over that. And if Douglas gets them both together for the holidays, he might just lose his little mind. And I can only imagine the next time Douglas sees Liam, because the kid doesn't really have a filter, saying stuff like, "I'm so happy my parents are together. Too bad you had to move out. Why don't you come see Beth more? Why are you trying to ruin my Aunt Steffi's marriage? Don't my mommy and daddy look happy together? Why are you crying, Liam? Are you okay? Do you need a tissue?" All right, I'm going to stop doing Douglas, but it just tickles me to see Liam's ego thoroughly deflated by Hope, and Steffi needs to puncture that ego too. He really thinks she's going to leave her devoted husband Finn for him after all the crap things he's done to Steffi over the years, and that's on top of the crap things he's done to Hope. So I imagine Steffi and Finn will be with the kids in front of the fire for Christmas in Malibu, and I think probably the same for Hope and Thomas and Douglas and Beth. And maybe Liam will be over at his dad's pouting to Bill about how these women just don't appreciate him, you know. So I will let you know as soon as we have some official Christmas spoilers from Bold and the Beautiful. But I know that Thomas and Hope fans want the same thing that Douglas wants, and that's to see his parents together, happy, and two smitten kittens on Christmas morning. So let's see if it happens. Let's see if Bold gives us something nice for Christmas, right? Please subscribe, and if you haven't already, and definitely drop your comments on your Christmas wishes for Bold and the Beautiful scenes and who you'd like to see together in key scenes on B&B coming up for the holidays. And come back soon, because we are here talking Bold 7 days a week, every single day. And this, as always, has been Belinda from Soap Dirt. Thanks for listening.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.